Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you in the month of December, since it is Christmas time and the holiday time, about The Haunting Hour Season 1, A Creature Was Stirring. This is a very unique Haunting Hour episode. It's actually a Christmas episode with a very creepy, eerie setting, and it has a twist I could not believe. I still to this day can't believe the twist that happened in this episode. It's that crazy and stuff. And this was around Christmas time. Like, the genius mind of R.L. Stine amazes me and stuff. How creepy this episode was, how good this twist was. I'm trying to fight the sleep because I'm so tired right now. It isn't even that late. I think it's probably midnight, close to 1. I am exhausted. Anyway, so it starts off with this family house, the Morgans, and that house is very well decorated for Christmas. A whole lot better than mine. I bought some new lights to go with the old lights. The new lights work. I should have turned on the old ones. The old ones I only have for a year and already they don't work. So now I reordered some more and gonna have to take those down and put some more up and just you know what I'm saying? Oh boy. But anyways, that house is very well decorated. And inside the house we see a little boy named Timmy. He's running all throughout the house, banging on everybody's room door, telling everybody to get up. It's Christmas time. He is excited. He goes down, and inside their house, is decorated so nice for Christmas stuff. And he's all like, I hope Santa gave me what I wanted. And so, he's going through some of his stuff, and the rest of the family comes down, and the parents, they're talking, but you can tell they're not happy about something. And then his brother and sister come out, who are teenagers. His brother and sister are pains in the butt. They are selfish. They are greedy. They are they're just some of the most disgusting people you ever seen. They whine, they complain, always talking about what they want. They are very ungrateful. So basically, the mom and dad, they're happy that their kids are down for Christmas and they got them stuff. And the dad got the son an iPod, which he did not want. He wanted an iPad, and he was very cranky about that. And he was even more pissed that I only had 4 gigs to it. The mom got the girl some kind of dress, and the girl does not like it. The girl is also on her cell phone talking to her friend and will not stop. So the mom gets on the cell phone and tells her friend that Becky will talk to you later. Becky ain't happy about that. It's like they can't spend one time without talking on the cell phone. So the boy's still playing with his stuff and he's all excited, and all of a sudden something happens. Becky the sister and Mark the brother, they start arguing about something. I think Becky said Mark had a crush on her friend. Then they started wrestling over something. And so, when they're wrestling over something, they step on little Timmy's gift, and he's all upset. And the parents are getting pissed at both the kids, but then they get pissed at each other. And so the mom's all like, I told you, stop buying them electronics and all this other stuff. And so, the dad tells the boy to go to his room. And then something happens with the girl. She starts arguing, and she's all like, I'd rather be dead than wear this dress. And the dad you can go to your room too, and stuff like that. And so the little boy Timmy is just so sad and heartbroken because everybody's fighting. Nobody wants to get along for Christmas. And then all of a sudden you see the parents, they're arguing about something. And then this little twinkly star thing comes in the house and it lands next to Timmy. And you start hearing a grumbling noise. And Timmy looks over at it, and then it pops its head out the box. It's some kind of freaky, weird gremlin thing with wings on it. It's the size of a chihuahua. It has a humanoid body. It is green. It is scaly. It has wings. It has fangs. And it cannot talk, but it can and everything. And so it goes and it tears up like the little Becky's dress and Mark's iPod and stuff. And so little Timmy, he grabs his Nerf gun. he points it at the little monster thing. So then he runs upstairs and tries to get his parents, and he's all like, "Mom, Dad, there's a monster in the house." And they're all like, "Yeah, nice try, buddy." He's like, "No, it tore up my Mark's iPod." And the parents are like, "Did you break your son? No, did you break your brother's iPod?" He's like, "No, the monster did." So they get upset and they go down. And I forgot when the little monster thing came in the house, the door busted wide open and wind came in because it's snowing outside. And so the dad, he closes the door and there's snow all in the house. And the mom's all like, "Oh no, like if it gets watermarked, we're gonna have to sand it down for the seller and everything." When I heard that, I'm like, "Uh-oh, I know why the parents are grumpy at each other. They're about to sell their house and they're about to get a divorce." And so like the little Timmy boy, he runs to like, um, his brother Mark's room. He's all like, "I saw a monster." And he's all like, "Yeah, I know, I'm looking at one right now," talking about his brother. He's like, "No, a real one." Then all of a sudden, something starts moving in Mark's like blanket on his bed, and he freaks out. He lifts up the little sheet. It's the little monster thing screaming and hollering at him, and then it shoots acid out its mouth. And when the acid lands on something, it gets set on fire. Mark is freaking out. He takes his blanket, he throws it on the monster, and he rolls it up. And then he's like struggling with it, wrestling up and down on the ground. And he just like banging it on the like floor and stuff. So then they get like in the hallway and they meet Becky, and they tell him like there's some kind of like monster thing in the house, and she's all like, "You guys are morons." And so she goes in her closet, and there he is, screaming and hollering. Boy, she lets out a scream. And this is all Christmas time too. Oh, R.L. Stein. So they're hollering, they're screaming, they go in the hallway. The parents come in like, "What the world is going on?" And they're like, "There's some kind of monster freaky thing in the house. Some kind of mutated rat or something." And the parents think that the kids have lost their mind. But then they hear a weird noise in the basement. So they go to check on it. And so then the brothers and sister, they all apologizing to each other, talking about, "Sorry I called you a monster, sorry I called you a moron." And they're like, "It's cool." And everything. He's like, "I can't believe we're about to get ate." So the parents, when they're down in the basement, they're still arguing and everything, because they are going through a divorce and stuff. And so like the dad has a hammer in his hand, he's looking for the thing, and then he sees the monster. So him and his wife take off running, screaming, and they go back into the hallway. Well, the monster has now made its way to, I think, the kitchen, and it turns on the gas stove. This is a smart little monster. And so, like, he's spitting acid everywhere, and so the parents are like, "We gotta like leave." They try to run out the front door. They can't. A blizzard came out of nowhere and put like this huge, like 20-foot like wall of snow blocking the door entrance, and the windows are frozen shut. And so they run back upstairs, and when they do, like the monster went to the dad's study and messed with his papers and stuff. And then so when the kids are cleaning that up, the daughter reads something about like a divorce paper. And so like they tell like and so they basically tell the kids what's going on. They haven't been happy in a very long time, because their kids are brats and they try to do everything for their kids, and the kids are just so ungrateful, and it causes them to like argue. And so the kids are like, "Yeah, we hear you argue like all the time and stuff like that," but they didn't think they were gonna get like a divorce. So like The parents are still scrambling, like, oh, little boy's all like, what if I promise to like clean my room? We all like not get divorced then, and so they're like, no, it's more serious than that. So they end up running into the attic, and they lock themselves in there because the monster is down in the basement trying to get out, and they got the door closed on them. Oh, that's right. And then after that, he goes into the kitchen, yeah, turns stove on, stuff like that. So anyway, they're in the attic and they're trying to keep warm, and they don't know what they're gonna do because there's no way for them to get outside. And then they start to, the monster lights like a match, and then we see part of the house like explode, and there's flames everywhere. And so they can smell the smoke, and they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna burn to death." That little boy cracks me up, little Timmy for Christmas. So like, before they like, looking around see what they can do, the little boy finds like a picture, and it's a picture of them at like some kind of like theme park, and he's all like, "I'm not in this picture." And they're like, "Oh yeah, he was too young for that, and or he wasn't born or something like that." And so he's all like, "Well, can I go when we get out of like the house?" And they realize that's not gonna happen because they're never gonna have Christmas again because they're splitting up. And so the dad's all like, we are not gonna die in this house. We gotta find a way out of here. So the kids get him like a hammer, and he starts hitting away at the chimney so he can like bust it open. And they all start like helping, right? So they're finally doing something as a family. They're trying to escape so they don't die. So they bust open a huge hole in the wall, and his dad's all like, "We're gonna have to jump down to the ground." They're like, "That's like a couple of feet down," because they have a 2-story house in an attic and everything. And dad's all like, "We gotta do what we gotta do." So they all do it like one by one, jump down. I did an odd thing happens. When they get to the ground, all the snow is gone. That house has now burnt to a cinder. And the kids are like, "Oh no, all my like computer." And the girls are like, "Oh no, all my clothes." And like, we lost everything. But the little boy's like, "Well, we have this. A little picture of them from like the Christmas picture from last year." No, well, maybe it was this year. They did take a Christmas picture this year. So it's probably that picture, and they printed it out. And so, the parents are like, what, maybe we'll work things out, you know what I'm saying? And not get a divorce. Because they did that family event to try to escape the house together. And then, so, like, the kids are going to try to be better, like, not so bratty. And the parents going to try not to argue that much no more. And the little boy is all like, this is the best Christmas ever. But that's not the freaky part. The freaky part is the twist at the end. It's nighttime. Santa drives by their now burnt house. And Santa is driving a limousine Hummer, a red one, with a license plate that says "Be Good." He rolls down the window and whistles for the monster. And the monster gets up and it like does that little twinkling like sparkly light thing, and it goes inside his car. And then Santa has like a paper in his hand and he tosses it on the ground, littering. And so like he drives off. He's like, "Ho ho ho ho," and have a Merry Christmas or something like that. And then the camera pans down on the letter. You would not believe what it says. It's a letter little Timmy wrote to Santa talking about he just wants his family to be together for Christmas. So Santa arranged it in a very creepy kind of way. Santa unleashed that monster onto the house and caused them to be a family again. What the world? When I saw that, I was just like, oh my God. This is by far the best Christmas episode of any show ever because it's so bizarre. Like, I get so tired of Christmas time when there's somebody, either a hero or somebody who has magic powers, and like, oh, I'm not sleepy no more since I'm doing all this laughing. But what I hate is like when it's like a superhero or like a main character of the show, or somebody who has magic, and they take over for Santa Claus for Christmas and they deliver all the presents. Like, I'm so tired of seeing that. At least this one was more like exciting and creepy and scary and stuff. Bah humbug, that was a good episode. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you later. Bye.